Which is suburb, and I'm like looking at it, and it's like the entire town is 2 miles wide by 2 miles long, 57,000. We good?
See, that's what.
You guys good to go?
Oh my God, okay.
We live?
You're live.
Perfect.
Nice.
We got 8 seconds before we can start, so in case anyone's calling in early.
Now we're ready.
Alrighty. Welcome everyone to the August 11th Select Board meeting here at the fire station at 6:30 p.m. We have a quorum and we will begin with the Pledge of Allegiance. Pledge allegiance
To the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Alrighty. So we have everyone present. Do we have any amendments to the agenda?
I have a question about it. The town manager is gonna talk about the pay-as-you-throw stuff. Is that something that we need to know before we do the, I don't know what line item, but there's a discussion item in here about pay-as-you-throw, I think.
The selling bags at the town.
Selling
hall.
trash bags
Yeah.
at the townhouse, yeah. Jerry, is that something that we need before we talk about the selling them at the town hall? Then no, we
No.
have no changes.
Yep, perfect. Good question, though. Any other questions or recommended amendments? All right, seeing none, do we have any public comment? All right, seeing no public comment, I will accept the motion to approve the meeting minutes from the July 28th, 2026 meeting.
So move.
I'll second.
We have a motion and a second. Any discussion?
You were pretty detailed, very good.
Perfect.
Thank you.
All right, any? All right, all in favor of the motion? Any opposition? Seeing none, it all passes. All right, we don't have any old business on the agenda tonight. I will note, light agenda last meeting, light agenda this meeting, not so light agenda next meeting. So I was trying to give us a little bit of breathing room in the heat of summer here before we dive into the prioritizing goals and objectives, and then it's going to kind of be very busy after that. So hope everyone's saves this bank of time. Your yearly meeting allowance time. We're putting a little bit in the bank right now. Alrighty, new business. We have Donna here to talk about municipal tax commitment. So, Donna and Jerry.
You'll move it to Board of Assessors.
Oh yeah, sorry. I need a motion to move into the Board of Assessors.
So moved.
All right, Josh has made the motion. Do we have a second?
Second.
John, do we have any questions on the motion? All right, all in favor? All opposed? Seeing none, that passes unanimously at 6:32. We are now in the Board of Assessors. So, Jerry, Donna, do you have anything you want to start us off with here?
I'd love to give you a little background.
Yep.
So for this year, we picked up $5.4 million in new value. We're currently at 47% of market value, but we have a full revaluation next year to bring us up to 100%. For this coming year, homesteads, 11,750, and veterans exemptions, 2,820. Those are our values at 47%. Usually we give you 3 options. This year, there's 2 options, and I'm hoping you'll take 1 option. Couldn't go any higher because tax rate that I'm recommending is $25.50. That gives us a $26,000 overlay. The other option was a $25.45. It's a nickel difference, but it only gives us an overlay of $6,519.
Yeah.
That means if I have an abatement in a value of $256,000 or more, I have blown the overlay. So it's ridiculous to think about because it could very well happen.
Mhm.
You know, I double assess something.
It did, right? Didn't this past year, we have a $20,000?
20,000, yeah. And we'll need a higher overlay next year because we can anticipate that there's gonna be abatement requests. But we'll also have a low digit, not single digit, but a low digit mill rate because then we'll be at 100% market value.
Mm-hmm.
So I'd like to recommend that we go with the 2550.
Mhm.
It's a safe bet for all of us, and it's the lowest that we can go with the information that we have.
Does anyone have any questions for Donna or anyone else or Jerry or anyone? Yeah, thank you for pulling this all together. Definitely want to lean on your experience here with that
Yeah,
overlay.
yeah.
26K seems even low there too.
Yeah, and the thing about it, but if we don't have an abatement or any of that, it goes right back into undesignated.
Mhm.
It's no harm, it's a nickel difference, but it's a nickel that also gives us a safety net.
Mm-hmm. Alrighty, do I have a motion to accept option one?
That's the 2550?
Yeah.
I'll make that motion.
Alright, motion from Josh, do I have a second?
Second.
Alright, from John, any questions or discussion on the motion?
I just think it's a high number because we're at 47%.
Yeah.
I think when we're at 100%,
Yes.
it comes down.
Yeah, well, just to put in perspective, the last reval in 2010, our tax rate dropped to 1205. And we
Right.
can't anticipate that
I
will
mean,
be 12 or 13,
right.
hopefully.
If the valuation doubles, then the tax
That's
rate's gonna
right.
fall in half, right?
Exactly,
So, I
exactly.
mean,
Exactly,
considering I mean, it sounds really high, but I think,
yeah,
so
Yeah, and that's just the challenge we're at right now is the mill, people ask about the mill rate and the mill rate doesn't take into consideration valuations
That's right.
either. And so, mill rate's just a piece of the puzzle. Like you said, if your valuation stays the same, your expenses stay the same, or sorry, if your valuation doubles and your expenses stay the same, your mill rate could be cut in half.
Yeah.
Now, you might break even there on your tax bill because your valuation doubled.
Yeah.
But that number is just one piece of the puzzle. So, all right. Any other questions or discussion on the motion? All in favor? Any opposition? Seeing none, that passes unanimously. We can sign this here.
Before we let Donna leave though, do we have a timing on the revaluation? I know they're working paperwork in the office now. Is there?
yeah, and I don't know, now that I've done commitment, my goal on Monday is to, cause I'm back next Monday, to have a breakdown of what we're gonna look at and where they are with everything,
Okay.
yeah.
And
Because
then the second question is you now put out, I'm new this year, but you now will put out the tax bills?
Yeah, and we're leaving, Jess and I are leaving right now to go back and just make sure everything's in there so that tomorrow she can process for billing.
and reminder here, so the tax bill will be one bill going out, but there's 2 dates to pay,
That's right, two
Um,
sections on the bottom.
2 sections. Now people are able to pay all of it
Yes.
at once if they so
Yes.
choose.
Yes,
Yeah,
But what can you remind us what the payment dates will be there?
October 15th of this year and April 15th of next year.
Alrighty, and I'm like John, I'm excited or looking forward to hearing about the reevaluation process because people are gonna want to have questions about someone coming into my house, if someone's knocking on the door,
Yeah.
how long this is gonna take, what do they
Yeah.
need to see,
exactly.
Exactly.
Okay.
Don't paint your house and make it look nice before they get there.
Yeah.
Oh, wait.
Hold off on all home improvement projects until 28.
Okay, are you guys good?
Yeah.
Thanks, Donna.
Thank you, Donna.
Thank you, guys. We're
Thank
gonna,
you.
I have to sign it and then.
Yep. We can just sign it and hand it over to you.
Okay, that's a good idea.
Oh,
So you're all set?
And thank you all for jumping right on this at
Oh.
7 o'clock at night on
Well,
a weeknight.
I
You have
know.
2 sets of eyes on it.
Yeah, I'm saying like thank you. It's rather than waiting until tomorrow, getting right
Yeah,
on top of
Yeah,
it.
yeah, well, she's a long termer, so we
Yeah.
wanna make sure that. we're
I
good.
appreciate your extra effort.
John, you skipped a page.
John, there's one more.
Oh, yeah. No, it was fine.
Did I miss the thing?
Yeah, I'll bring it over to you. There's 3 places you need to sign. Just
No worries.
I'm sorry. Oh, I guess there were 2 yellow.
Yeah, it's like 4 houses though.
That's right.
You have to pay for it.
John, if missing a page is the biggest mistake you make today, that's pretty good.
I've already exceeded that.
I'm gonna give out.
And here.
You and me both.
Yeah. No, I wrote it down.
Thank you.
I'm really interested to see the valuation once the
Thanks,
book is taken care of.
Thank you, Donna.
Thank you. Nice
Thanks,
to see
Donna.
everybody.
Thanks,
you.
Jess.
Bye, Donna.
Alrighty. Our next is going to be a discussion here on and vote to sell trash bags at the town office. So, a lot of public feedback on wanting the trash bags to be available at the town office, and so I talked with Jerry about it last week. Couple things, as we know, we've got agreements with vendors to carry the trash bags, and right now we've got Food City, Market Basket, Shaw's in Freeport, and
Hannaford.
the Get and Go.
Oh.
And the corporate structure behind Hannaford has been slow to get things where they were supposed to be, even though they had said it wasn't going to be an issue. And then individual stores can say, well, we actually don't want to carry them anymore because we don't think they're going to be needed here or whatnot. And so we can't control all aspects of those vendors. And so after hearing feedback that people wanted them at the town, last week I just asked Jerry about that as a possibility. And he said it's something that he thinks that the staff could take on. People are going to have to be mindful that if everyone is lining up to buy trash bags at the town, there's going to be a line, and there's going to be a wait, and it will slow down other things, especially when we're a little short staffed right now. But I just wanted to bring that up. Jerry, do you have anything to add there? Have you talked with Waste Zero at all?
Yeah,
Yeah. And what'd they say?
about,
Like selling the bags at the office.
yeah, they don't care.
Yeah.
All we gotta do is just order them.
Yeah.
We just order them and they deliver them and we'll sell them
Can I just ask where, because I mean, there's no room. Where are you gonna keep them?
in the town manager's office.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Is there an upfront cost to the town?
Nope.
So you pay when you sell them?
Yes, yes.
Yeah.
So they're so much money and then when they get sold, the Waste Zero gets their cut, we get our cut, so.
How do you feel as a town manager that because we are down one person in the office, how is that going to affect everything else? I know, Joe, you said, there is going to be a line. I feel like, especially with tax bills going out, is that a smart use of time?
So my feeling is you folks decide and I implement.
Right,
So-
but we're not
so-
there.
I understand, but you have constituents that you're trying to make happy. So we'll get it done if that's what you decide to do. I mean, I don't like it, but, cause I don't think we're a convenience store for trash bags. And like, I go to my town office once a year to register a vehicle. I don't go there to buy trash bags. And here you've got trash bags a mile down the road that gives him foot traffic. So you'll probably take foot traffic away from him. So that affects him, but you have your constituents to worry about. So I don't know how many people will go in and buy trash bags,
Mm-hmm.
but we can certainly do it. I mean, when we'll take a box and we'll put them behind the counter somewhere and someone wants trash bags. I don't think people are specifically gonna go to the town office to buy trash bags. I don't know why they would. When they're right there at their grocery store or they're right there at the,
They're gonna stop there. They're gonna get them when they're there for something else.
yeah,
Yeah, and I think that's a possibility. I think that
they will.
that's one of those, like, if you're in there dealing with something else, you say, oh, can I grab a roll while I'm here? I was really hesitant to bring it up because if any of you have stopped by just to talk to anyone at the town office, there's always a line there. Most of the time that I'm there, 2 or 3 people. We're already short staffed. But people have been saying that they desperately want them at the town office. Now, whether that means that they're going to end up going to the town office, whatever, I think that at minimum, maybe we could start with this and for the next few months, see how things are going, and see if it's reevaluated, if it's a problem or if it's not getting a lot of traffic. But I'm just like, we're getting a ton of feedback on that. So I just wanted to bring it up to the board and say it is a possibility that we can consider. So, John, did you have something?
Yeah, I won't vote for it. I mean, I think we were concerned about, we talked about this once before, back when we were doing this, and there was a good discussion, town clerk, Jerry, that said, no, that's not the right way to go.
Mm-hmm.
And I I'd rather go the opposite of what, and I agree 100% with everybody spoken. We are concerned, we're talking about hiring yet another person, even on top of what we've done. We are shorthanded. And I just think that adding another task, that could be done, is being done right now, I think, well, at the Get and Go and at these other places. And to Jerry's point, it's, I don't know, I think it's less than a mile away.
Mhm.
And I'm a big believer if the private sector could do them, let it. So
Yeah,
I will
well,
vote no.
and I have a similar feeling with
agree
you
with
with
you.
this, like the value to the individual companies that are carrying these is the increased foot traffic.
Right.
And so who's to say if a company says, oh, well, if you're just gonna have them at your town office, it's not worth it for me to pay someone to stock them
Yeah.
because you're gonna do it anyway. So there's that challenge too. And I just wanted to air this out to see what folks are thinking.
I would say we try it as is, not at the town office, see how it works. And, you know, a lot of it is just 6 months ago, if you remember, the world was gonna end because we went to trash bins.
Mhm.
And somehow the world didn't end and we've moved on. So I would just say, let's try it for a while. If Get and Go drops it, my mind would probably change. But you know, Al seems to be the kind of guy who'll step up for the town in a lot of ways. So that's how I will vote no.
I agree with you 100%. I mean, I stopped there tonight, not to get bags, to get something else. And he's got a sign on the front door that says where you can buy them.
Mhm.
And I think Al, I agree. He'll do what he can for the town. And I think, you know, I know they've sold out, but I think he's going to realize that and stock them and have them there for us. So I agree. If he's not doing a good job and someone we talk to him and doesn't change it, then we can reconsider it. But I think at this point, I agree. He supports us, supports the town, and I think we should give him this little bit of support.
I agree.
Just one other bit of information, Repanova Farm wants to sell that, so I've given them
Oh,
Waste Zero's contacts.
Oh, yeah, in that
They're
case,
going
it's
to
like-
be- They're gonna be contacting, so.
Good idea.
Excellent.
Hopefully,
Yeah.
hopefully that comes, they'll do that. It was Repanova Farm that was interested, so I gave Waste Zero their contact information, so they'll get an
Good.
account set up hopefully, and they'll be available there as well.
Love that.
Mm. So at that point, you got to drive by at least 2 places to get to the town office.
This is part of my management, but since we're on it, so Hannaford, Thompson and Brunswick and Lewiston will all participate. They're almost got their bags.
Can I just say,
Yeah, and so, but then Bow Street, they're out, they're not gonna participate. But Shaw's is participating, and so they already have their bags in Freeport and Lewiston. So
Sounds
they're-
like we're just a couple weeks
Yeah.
away from 9
Yeah.
locations.
this morning I was at Hannaford and Topsom, and the guys were so polite and so apologetic. They did not have them, and they said, "I swear they're coming soon. I know a lot of people have been in
Mhm.
asking, but I promise next week they're due to arrive."
When I
And so
took
they're really polite about it.
when I went in and I said, "Hey, Market Basket already has them. Maybe I'll just have to go over there." They're like, "Oh no," you know, like. All right. Well, this has been a good conversation. I just want to make sure we brought it up. You know, I'm feeling better knowing that we have more on board. And just want folks have asked that we talk about it, so we talked about it, but especially with the concerns with how much stuff we have going on right now at the town office. It's going to be a very busy time, and people don't like to wait. And
Yeah.
the other thing too, I think we're running into a little bit of is there's like a COVID toilet paper run on these bags whenever they get stocked at like one of the stores, and people go in and buy like them in bulk because they're like, I'm gonna need 40 33-gallon bags for the next week. And then so I think some of these companies are trying to determine how frequently do I need to be reordering these? Is it every other day, or is it every week that they order? And so a lot of the places they're just selling out right away. So I think that there's going to be that initial, like you said, John, it's like that initial
Yeah.
glug of getting used to it, and then
Yeah.
going ahead. So
Do we need I'll make a motion that we vote no on this idea.
well, if no one feels the need to make a motion to vote in favor, then we can move along. So unless there's a motion to vote to add the bags at the town office, I see this as a dead on the floor with a lack of motion.
I think it's something we can address later on, but let's
All right,
see
perfect.
how it goes.
Good discussion, folks.
May I have one comment on
Yes.
that? I contacted Waste Zero, the 1-800 number, just on the qualities
Mhm.
stuff. I got bags and that's what led to the posting about
Mhm.
how to open the bags properly so the seal doesn't mess you up. And they were so pleasant. And the quality woman who took the call had someone get back to me, and she was explaining how they moved to a different wrapping from some other town's issue. But I think our residents are going to be pleasantly surprised if by any minor chance people have quality problems with their bags. I think when they call the number, they will be very happy with the service and response from
Yeah.
the company. So I just want to mention that.
Yeah, I mean, it's one of those things that like, the wrapper. It seems like it could just very easily get put on there. One thing I think I'll make sure I communicate out in one of my next videos is that like you can leave the sticker on the outside of the bag
Sure.
if you're worried that it's gonna rip the bag. But I've heard good things about the customer service
Yeah.
hotline as well. The wrappers did make me think a little bit of the Hannaford sandwich meat stickers that always get
Oh, yeah.
stuck, you know. So if we can figure that out, we can figure this out.
Sure.
I had issues with the dog poop bag, but
Yeah,
whatever.
there you go. Alrighty. But thanks for that feedback, Deb. Um, before we go into manager report, just one thing I wanted to let folks know. As you can see, we now have underneath people's names updates. So anyone, if there's something that you want listed under your name ahead of the board meeting that you were planning on giving an update or want to mention, feel free to let me know that the Thursday before the meeting. These subheaders are not all encompassing, so don't feel like you're stuck to only bringing that up. But I just wanted to say that because some of the feedback we've been receiving is, well, there hasn't been this on the agenda. Well, things aren't going on the agenda unless there's a need to have a discussion and a vote. So if it's just an update or a question or something like that, those are better suited for reports. But we want to still help increase a little bit of transparency so people can look and say, oh, look, this is gonna be mentioned, you know. So with that said, Jerry, manager report.
Yeah, so what I have, I'll just repeat for you all and for the residents. So as far as Hannaford is concerned, the locations in Topsom and Brunswick and Lewiston are participating. Auburn has declined for Hannaford and Auburn. Bow Street is out, they will not be participating. And Shaw's will be participating in Freeport and Lewiston. So that means you got the Get and Go and Food City. Maybe Repanover Farm, you're gonna have several locations in the immediate area. And I think some of these, like, I'm not sure why Auburn did, but that's up to them. Like, once you get too far out past Durham, I think some of these stores would think, well, how many people are really gonna buy bags? So I think maybe that's why they declined. Like, I think Bow Street, and talking to Waste, I think they tried to do it for Brunswick, but nobody from Brunswick went to Freeport to get their bag, so they stopped. They stopped it, so they don't want to participate here either. So,
And you guys are gonna update.
yeah, we'll update that. The only other information I have, so the Economic Development Committee, where it's gonna try to schedule the first meeting for September 15th.
15th?
Yeah, the 15th. We still don't have any more applications for the at-large. Someone that was interested is also on the ag committee, so they may put their name in through that committee, but other than that, we haven't gotten any other interest. But we want to get going, and then if we get interest after that, we'll just get them up to speed on the work that has been done. But hopefully, the word will still get out there.
Can you put it in the news blast for Friday? Just like I know we had it beforehand, but
Yep.
just to reiterate.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And that's really pretty much all I got. I was gonna go to the town city managers conference, but I just can't with my injury because I have to babysit it too much. So matter of fact, because of what it's doing, I brought my computer and I'll be bringing that home so I can take care of it at home and not in the office because I had some issues today with it in the office.
Mhm.
So I really have to like baby this thing or I'm gonna end up infected and on antibiotics again if I'm not careful. So
that's that. It's kind of unfortunate because those conferences are really, really helpful. But but I can't go. I just,
Mhm.
it's,
You can put
my
your health
health is
first,
better
Jerry.
than risking what could happen versus what I'll learn at that conference.
Mhm.
It's a bummer, but, and Joe is actually, is one of the panelists on the Friday thing. Maybe he'll say something about that in his report, but
Mhm.
that's pretty awesome that you are participating with that group and,
Yeah, put your health first, man.
yeah.
Like,
I gotta, well, that's all I have for now.
well, thank you for keeping up on the pay as you throw stuff. I know it's been very there were a lot of vocal folks about where it's available and this and that. And I know it's taken some extra TLC from you to get things moving along, so I appreciate that for sure. I'm happy to hear more and more coming on board. So,
Yeah.
anyone got anything for Jerry? Alrighty, board member reports. I'll start off. I'll try to get everything in on the first go here, so I don't have to back clean up like I normally do. Goal setting workshop is going to be at our next meeting. Most of everyone sent me in comments on goals. So GP Cog offers this now, as this is the first year they're offering like a facilitated workshop to help boards set goals and priorities. And so Jerry and I had a meeting with the facilitator, former elected official herself, lots of really great experience in many sectors as it relates to municipal governing. So she'll be coming in and facilitating this for us. I've asked some of the boards and committees to submit any ideas they have too for goals and objectives. But really, what the goal of this workshop is that we're all going to convene with our goals and objectives that we all think are important for the board, and then go through with her and help have a facilitated conversation so we can establish some priorities. Reading everyone's list, there's already a lot of overlapping goals, which is good. But she's going to go a little bit over how goal setting workshops and how board operations fit within the municipal governing structure, and talking about the difference of levels of goals. So like if the goal is like I'd like to see, the town office's door open more smoothly. That's really a small goal, whereas like I'd like to have us have economic development in town big, right? And so we're going to kind of go through some of the work with that. So I've received all your emails. I'm just sending those to her without any sort of manipulation of what you're saying, just because it's helpful for her to get an idea of what our board has on their mind.
Joe, what would you like for us to bring for the next meeting? Do you want us just to have the
An open
goals
mind
in
and an
hand?
open heart.
Okay, other than that,
Yeah, whatever I mean, anything that you have written out for your goals and objectives, your concerns or questions, and don't think that what you've sent is a limitation. She just asked if we could give her some stuff in advance. It gives her an idea. So, um, that's fine. And then we'll from there create a priority for how we want to address things. So one thing I've noticed in my time on the board, and Josh, maybe you could chime in too if you've noticed it the same or different, is one or two big changes and one minor change seem to be kind of what we have the capacity to facilitate, both from a budgetary standpoint, a staff standpoint, and even just a public will to have changes going on. Anything more than that, my experience is people get pretty fatigued on how many public meetings do I have to go to? When's this comment section? What's going on here? And so my hope is that we can come out with a couple of rock solid, big lifts, maybe a mediocre, medium lift, and then move forward with that. I don't know if you have any insight
Oh, I
either
do,
from
that's
your
right.
time. Yeah. And so if we end up with a list and it doesn't have everything that you want on it, it doesn't mean that that's not an important thing. The other thing we're thinking about here with this goal setting is, we're only a couple of years away from the next comprehensive plan review. So some of these things could end up being better suited for that. And so I'm really excited. I have not been through a facilitator workshop with this facilitator before, but looking forward to it. So, does anyone have any questions about that? Okay. Like Jerry said, I'll be at the town managers conference later this week on Friday up to Carabasset Valley.
Ooh.
Gonna go. Yeah, it's a nice spot. Yeah.
Bad.
My place is close to there too, so it makes it easy. But I was asked, so as you all know, I've been on this task force for municipal tax issues. So like us, all municipalities are feeling pinched by their school and their county and trying to figure out different strategies to address the rising property taxes in their municipalities. And the task force has been working on a lot of different facets, and some of them have to do with local tax options for things on lodging and kind of that recreational traveler and stuff. And I've been asked just to present a few slides on that task force work, and kind of it's 3 people are presenting on it. The city manager for South Portland, full-time staff person for GP Cog, and then myself just saying, this is what we've been working on. So it's by no means a full-on endorsement of anything on behalf of the town of Durham or anything like that, but it's my role with GP Cog. Just going to be presenting on that too, and the audience is typically town managers and town administrators, and being, I think, 8 a.m. on a Friday on the last day of the conference, it's usually not the most attended speak, so it's by no means the keynote. But I will be there, and so just want to make you all aware of that too. So other than that, I can't think of anything else I have for the chair updates at the moment. So Josh, do you have anything?
No.
All right, Deb.
No progress on the bandstand yet. We're still waiting to get the list together, the material that I can take to Jerry and to Calvin. So no
Awesome.
update. I don't have anything else.
Were you all able to connect with the person working towards their Eagle Scout?
No.
No, okay. Just wanted to make sure that I know that there was a ask there for them. So
Yeah.
All right, Rebecca. Nothing. John.
And nothing.
Whoa. All right, well, maybe I'll take all this extra time to pontificate or wax
No,
poetically.
But no, thank you.
All right, well, seeing nothing else, do we have a motion to approve the consent agenda?
So moved.
Second.
All right, a motion from Josh, second by John. Any questions or discussion? All in favor? Any opposition? Seeing none. All right, upcoming meeting. Agriculture Committee meeting is August 12th at the Eureka Center at 7. Select Board August 25th at the fire station. That is really we're gonna be bare bones on meeting stuff, and then mostly the workshop, and that's gonna be about 2 hours.
I'm sorry, I should have asked earlier. I got asked a question. Will there be an opportunity for the audience to participate, ask questions, or speak at the workshop?
I don't know what the facilitator has planned. My understanding is that I think it's always just been between the board members. But we will still, I think we should still have an open public comment period at the onset if people want to share.
And I'm fine with that.
Goals
I
and
just gotta, I
objectives.
can tell them no.
Yeah.
So,
But it's not like, so at that meeting, we're not gonna be like, all right, so here's what we're doing now. Like this is the planning level. So then there will be public comment, obviously, for anything else we start
Right.
working on. So planning board meeting September 2nd, and then tentatively Economic Development Committee meeting on September 15th. And thank you again, John, for being willing to serve on that. Like upcoming select board, like I said, next meeting is gonna be the facilitation workshop. So looking forward to that. I don't believe we have any executive session needed. And then seeing none, accept a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
second.
Josh, John. I think a clean sweep on the Josh, John motion second this meeting. Yeah. All in favor? Any opposition? Seeing none? Perfect. Yeah.
Thank you.
We got a couple things to sign
Can
here.
you turn that on? And I'll. Okay.